Welcome to Shul.com. We are reading from the Kunteras, Ahavat Yisrael from the Chafetz Chaim. It's a book about Sinat Hinam, Ahavat Hinam, and those details. We're reading from Perek Dalet. How much a person needs to work to remove hate from his heart. הנה, סתם איש ישראל מאמין הוא ב13 עיקרי הדת, ובוודאי שייך עליו הכתוב, in דברים ל"ב. He says a person who believes in the 13 ikarim, and he believes what it says in Devarim Lamed-Bet-Tet, Ki chelek Hashem amo, that God, a piece of God is his nation, the Jewish people, Hu ahuv lamakom, and he's loved to the makom, to God. Kidechtiv in Malachi Aleph-Bet, Ahavti etchem amar Hashem. God said, I love you. Ve'od ketiv in Devarim Zayin-Chet, Ki me'ahavat Hashem etchem, because Hashem also, because Hashem loved you, He did this. You are the children of God. Just He's showing you here all the Pesukim that God is showing how much He loves the nation of Israel. So how are you hating other Jews if God is saying that He loves them? So you hate someone that God loves? That's in essence what he's saying. God might have a complaint about you because of it. He says, I love something you hated. Why? It's normal for a father to love his son with a lot of love. And all of a person works for his children. And he sees someone who hates his son, he has a complaint on the person. Same thing here. Whoever hates his friend, then Hashem probably has a complaint against him. Who wants to have this complaint of God on him? And if the tara'omet, the difficulty of a basar vadam, of a human being, is going to be difficult on him, all the issues of someone who did something wrong to his son, and he has all these complaints and hakpada on the person. If that's just a human being, mikol sheken tara'omet melech malchim melachim midrash baruch hu shemeod meod mechoyavim mizeh. He goes, you have to be even more careful for the way God's going to feel about this. Let's continue. Levad kol ze halo yadua. Apart from all this, dechol evrei ha'adam muchanim kol echad v'echad al ha'inyanim hashayachim lo. That every part of a person has a unique mission to it. The mashal ha'peh lachnis bo ha'machal. The mouth is for entering food. Hashinayim litchon b'hem et ha'machal. The teeth in order to chew and to crush the food. Ha'oznaim lishmoa b'hem. The ears to listen. Halashon l'daber bo, the tongue to speak. Halev lachshov bo mahashavot, the heart in order to think and to feel. V'hine lo yetzuyar im echad ro'et havero shelo'et b'shinav b'san nevela u'tenefa me'aboker ad ha'erev b'vadai hayam metu'ah be'enav abur zeh. If someone saw his friend that was chewing meat that was not kosher, it would, from morning till evening, it would show, in his eyes, it would be disgusting. Mishum shakatuv soveach ve'omer in Vayikra Yud Chet Dash Kaftal al titameu bechol ele. It says, don't become tameh, impure from these things. V'hu metamet atzmo bayadayim, and there he impures himself with his hands. Ve'ech lo yasim inyan zeh hanose sin'ah b'leibol chavero. Someone who hates someone in his heart. Halo halev nivra lachashov bo mahashavot tehorot uktoshot. The heart was created to have holy thoughts. And from morning till night, he just hates the person in his heart. And this hate gets ingrained and planted into his heart. Don't hate your friend in your heart. ובמאי עדיף הוא מהאוכל בצן נבלות וטרפות, וכשם שבאכילת מאכלות אסורות הוא מטמא פיו, כן על ידי השנאה הוא מטמא ליבו. He says that when you eat foods that are not kosher, nevelot utrefot, if a person eats that, he's mitameh his mouth. But when he's having a hate in his heart for somebody, then it's his heart. Val ha'ish hanavon, and someone who's intelligent, who's insightful, if the Yetzer Hara is coming in order to seduce him in some way, lisno et havero, to hate his friend, you have to go and tell your Yetzer Hara, what do you want, my Yetzer? All you do all day is you want me to fight and argue with people. So I can hate my friend. It's no different than going and getting a nice pig steak and putting it in your mouth. That's the same thing. A nice piece of hate that he has on someone, or a nice piece of hazir. Person has to think of it the same way. And what you're trying to do to put hate in me, I don't really truly understand it. Why am I supposed to hate him? That he's really not guilty. You want me to accuse kosher people. The opposite. That I have on you, Yetzer Hara. I have to hate you. Because you put in your heart a hate for your neighbor. Or he says, your Reuven, your neighbor. He says, you hate me more. Because you caused me, because by me hating my friend, I'm going to end up being hateful in the eyes of God. לשקרן בראותי כי על כל מצווה ומצווה ממצוות השם שברצוני לקיימה. אתה בא בטענות שונות ומפתה אותי לבטל המצווה. או להפך, אם בא דבר עבירה לידי וברצוני שלא לעבור עליה, הנך בא גם כן אליי בטענות שונות. He says the same thing here. In regards to other averot, the Yisrael is trying to convince him to do. You always look to make an avera permitted by showing me different pathways. Even though many times I was able to overcome the Yetzer Hara, because he was already involved in averot that you can't even count. Okay, so now he's going into the entire realm of it. After many different tests, after the different things that were done wrong, I find it is you that caused me to do this. פרש רש"י שם, שתמיד היצר שוקק ומתאווה להכשילך. That the Yetzer Hara is always going to have a desire to make a person fail. From here on further, I have no hate on my friend. God is going to bless you in all your different ways. If a person really thinks these things, במסודת יצרו הרע ותסור השנאה מליבו משום דעתה בדיבור שמברכו ומבטל מחשבתו הראשונה. So he quotes here a few different things. Here I see in the footnote says Rav Yehuda David Zatzal as quoted by son of Rabbi Shlomo Diamond Shlita. So I guess this was what he says here, the Yetzer Hara, the human nature, constantly desires and tries different ways to trap you. And going forward from today, I have no complaints or hatred for my fellow Jew. Hashem should bless him in all of his matters. So he brings here an unbelievable sigula that he says that a person that removes from his heart all hate, what he really is doing is removing the hate of God on him, because God says, if you hate the people that I love, then I'm going to hate you. So he gives you a tactic. And he says the Yetzer Hara is the one who really does this. He does it in a lot of very clever ways. So the Hafetz Chaim is advising us to be aware of the Yetzer Hara and to call him out on it, because that is the tactic. Unfortunately, the tactic seemingly is identifying it in this way, but that's what it is. Baruch Adonai le'olam, amen.